in my 4 years at the MASH, I think one of my more favorite memories was being able to interview so many interesting people, whether it was celebrities or teachers or students, and just the opportunity to talk to so many people and learn about their lives and what they do for a living or what they do as hobbies. It's just been an amazing experience for me at the MASH.
What is my favorite MASH memory? Probably still to this day, it's probably being in the Tribune newsroom on election night, mostly because I met a ton of people and I got to see a lot of exciting things. It was also nice to just hang out. And I guess that was my first big experience with the MASH too, so it probably has a special place in my heart.
Okay, my favorite MASH memory would probably have to be covering the McDonald's All-American Games. That was pretty cool. It gave me definitely a nice insight into the sports journalism world because I never really was into that, but it helped me discover how short I am and how tall basketball players are. Because I remember I had to completely watch an interview because I was holding the phone up, like the recorder up to him, and he was so tall. He was trying to talk into it, but the microphone didn't catch it.
I would definitely have to say my favorite memory was going down to State Street and being a part of the group interview that interviewed Derrick Rose. That was an experience that I would have never had I not been a part of the MASH, and I guess I can just only say that I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to do that, and just to kind of get that exposure with journalism, which is something I want to pursue in college. So having had the MASH, I got to do something that I really have always wanted to and dreamed of doing. So I think that would be my favorite memory.
I would say my favorite MASH memory is when we're in the meetings and it's like kind of TMZ style, so people just pitch out ideas and we start a conversation from that. There was always a person assigned to write the ideas on the board, and they would say like crazy funny stuff, which made more conversation start from that, so it was just a really fun environment.
I think that my favorite thing about the MASH was the meetings in general, because I moved here right before high school, so I only knew people from my high school, and I didn't really know anyone at different schools or just in general. I joined the MASH, and the meetings just allowed me to get so many different perspectives and meet so many people. And some of my best friends I met here, and I'm so thankful for that. And I think that's the greatest thing, is to be able to meet people from every walk of life who has like a similar interest and wants to do the same thing. And you never know who you're gonna meet. And I really just love the meetings. It was such a great experience, and I would recommend it to anyone.
So my favorite MASH memory is probably when I got tweeted out by Smith College for my article about applying to all women's colleges, and it really meant a lot to me because I was literally standing in line at Chipotle, and suddenly it's like, oh my god, Smith College just tweeted out your article about why you applied to all women's colleges, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do with my decision later on in the year, but I wasn't there yet, like I hadn't gotten in or anything. But it was just really cool to see that, and then suddenly Wellesley was retweeting it, and it was just a wonderful moment for me because I felt like I could do this and I could get into the schools that I really wanted to get into, and that they liked my article was a big deal for me. So it was really awesome, and I'm really excited because I am going to all women's college next year.
So for me, my favorite MASH memory would probably be election night 2012. As someone who's really interested in politics, that was a really amazing experience to be able to be part of that, working with real journalists, just covering such a momentous occasion. I remember just staring at the TV screen showing the election results and just thinking, man, I really don't want Mitt Romney to win. I don't want to be here if Mitt Romney wins. And just being literally a couple feet away as they called the race was just a really exciting experience. And just little experiences like that sort of helped me learn how to be very resilient. The MASH has really helped me sort of understand what it takes to get what you want out of this world, and I really appreciate that. So yeah.
I guess my favorite MASH memory is probably just making it, and just probably because I thought there was no way. So going up to the interview, I was like 5 minutes late. I was like sprinting down Michigan Avenue, like almost sobbing, like all the way there. Like Morgan's like, yeah, I'll just like come back down and get you. I'm like, this is such a mess. So like got up there, like the interview was okay, but I was like, good impression, maybe no. So like just being able to be given the chance to be a part of something like this is just ridiculous. Taught me a lot of skills. First of all, it taught me a lot about deadlines and that sometimes you have to write something even though you don't want to write it. And also sometimes you'll get assigned something that will turn into something completely different than what you expect, and that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it'll become one of your greatest things you've ever written.
Kind of cliche, but the MASH has definitely taught me that I can kind of do everything. Before I really used to focus on personality profiles and things like that, but through the MASH I learned that I could do album reviews and also a teenage dating abuse story and things like that, so I'm really grateful for that.
The MASH has taught me, I think, to have a lot more faith in myself in my writing in general, because there are a lot of people here who like sometimes it can come across as intimidating, but just remembering that like each and every writer has their own sense of style, like their own style that they bring to the table. So it's definitely just taught me to have faith in myself and like to remember that my writing is unique.
And the MASH has taught me how to write and just how to express myself in a way that's fair for all sides, and it's just a great way to express opinions for everyone.
The number one thing that the MASH taught me how to do was, I think, to talk to people more and just to get out of my comfort zone. Even with the first activity we ever did with the MASH, which was to go on the street and talk to random people and interview them these random questions you came up with. It was just so out there, and especially as a little sophomore, like I wasn't so used to talking to new people, but it really just taught me that it's okay. I learned how to get new sources for journalism and how to like compile a good story, and I'm really just gonna miss all the people here, really most of all, in these monthly meetings, because I look forward to them and I love them. Yeah.
What it's taught me, I think, like the ethical side of the stories that we write, just the fact that so many kids are gonna read all the stories that we put out there, and so even if it's just an opinion piece about like gun violence or going to some neighborhood to try to cover it for like teenagers that you don't know and don't know you, I think it's really important to be like objective but also make it interesting, and I feel like I've kind of become a lot better at doing that ever since I joined the MASH, so it's been awesome.
The MASH has taught me how to better understand how I want to write and what kind of message I want to get out to people, and how to write it in a way that I like and I can appreciate at the same time that other people can appreciate it as well.
The MASH has taught me a lot about collaborative work. A lot of my writing has been more so by myself and more solo. But going into the MASH, I wasn't really equipped to writing with other people. But now I guess I would say I'm pretty well versed in working with people, and I think it's been a great experience, kind of like learning other people's styles and learning like other people's tics. And that's also another thing I probably would have kind of missed out on had I not been a part of the MASH.
I think the MASH has taught me really how to write in a way that's not necessarily like creative fiction, or I mean, I'm a person who's always written poetry and has always taken photos that are conceptually based, but it's really taught me how to like look at the world still with that conceptual eye, but in a non-fiction kind of journalistic way. So I'm really excited. I really like it, and I'm really hoping that I can take that on later on in my career. So yeah.
What I miss the most about the MASH, just being able to just be with a bunch of my peers and just talking about anything that we wanted, but at the same time stuff that was like current events, and just being able to not be so serious about it, and being able to just share whatever we wanted. Oh, and the food.
I think what I'll miss most about the MASH is just meeting all the different types of people. Like I got the opportunity to interview celebrities, students from the Chicago area, meeting politicians, and I'll really miss just getting to meet a bunch of different people because I was a journalist, but I'll also really miss all the other journalist friends that I met here at the MASH, like my fellow writers and then my editors. And I'll also just miss coming to the Tribune Tower and just feeling a part of the journalistic culture.
I think the thing I'll miss most about the MASH, obviously, besides not seeing the editors and not seeing people I've like come to know and everything like that, I think the coolest thing was talking about it with my friends and saying, looking over at the Tribune Tower and being like, oh, I work there, like as a joke. So that was always really fun, and just being able to tell my family and my friends that I work for the teen edition of the Chicago Tribune, which is something that I'll always be able to brag about, and I'll always be able to tell my kids that, and yeah, it's just something that I'll be able to cherish forever. So.
I would probably have to say just the funny columns that I'd always get to write in meetings. Definitely. I mean, is it terrible if I say the free stuff? The free stuff was kind of nice.
I think what I'm going to miss most about the MASH is just the amazing people that I've met, and just the quirky meetings that we've had, and just the ability to be able to speak through my writing.
Aside from coming down to the Tribune Tower, because I love the Tribune Tower, I love this building, just the people, because everyone who works here is great. You meet a lot, you make a lot of unique friendships that you wouldn't get anywhere else.